to Bangladesh now, where supporters of the main opposition party are rallying in the capital, Dhaka. The latest demonstrations are against a 9-year jail sentence given to the son of former Prime Minister Khalida Zia. Riot police have repeatedly cracked down on anti-government protesters who are demanding the resignation of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her government. Let's bring in our correspondent Tanveer Chowdhury. He is joining us live from the capital. Another Friday of protests there in Dhaka, Tanveer. Tell us more about today's demand.
Yeah, it's a series of protest movements since last year. Now, today's protest is mainly about the verdict handed out by a Dhaka court against Tariq Rahman and his wife Zubaida Rahman, who is Tariq Rahman is the acting chairman of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party and happens to be also the elder son of former Prime Minister Khalida Zia. Now, this verdict took barely 2 weeks of proceeding. The court draft was actually handed out in 2007 during the caretaker administration run by the military government in those days. Tariq Rahman and his wife is in UK since 2008, and the government says that this shows that they're corrupt and hand this out, but the opposition is saying this is totally an orchestrated court verdict. It's mainly a political verdict to refrain them from participating in the election. So the movement is continuous. There's going to be gaining more traction as the opposition has been doing series of movement since Wednesday after the verdict. There's been protests all across the country, not by the main opposition party only, as well as smaller affiliated alliance parties all across the country.
Okay, so these opposition protests gaining traction, but they are facing many challenges before the election next year, aren't they?
Yes, very much so. Well, one of the main challenges is the uncompromising attitude of the government. Now, they frequently come under attack by police, even the supporters of the ruling party. There's a limited ground for dissent. There's a digital security law which prevents people expressing themselves openly in social media. The newspapers and the televisions are very restrained. They go on self-censorship because of this digital security law. Frequently, people are arrested, their homes are searched. If the protesters are coming from out of the city, their hotels are searched or arrested without warrant. So this sort of intimidation tactics is very common, trying to repress the movement before the election. There are nearly hundreds of thousands of cases against opposition members. Some of them are anonymous cases, fictitious cases. Many are behind the bars. And the opposition one that stopped. There is also severe criticism from the Western countries led by the United States, as well as Human Rights Watch. Amnesty International even made out a statement just a few days ago criticizing the police crackdown on opposition. So a lot of challenges ahead, but the traction is gaining momentum for the opposition ahead of the election.
Tanveer, thank you very much for that. That's Tanveer Chowdhury live in Dhaka. Thank you.